It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Welcome to Newsweek, and the big news? North Korea, that wacky dictatorship. First, an underground nuclear test, then they let off a bunch of short-range missiles. Boom! Boom! Love that. An underground nuclear test is like a mainstream nuclear test, but only cool people know when and where it's happening. Everyone who's anyone now has radiation sickness. South Korea said they detected a tremor from the explosion near the site of a previous test. North Korea said the only tremor they felt was of trembling capitalist dogs who are in awe of our poverty. But the North isn't about to start a war. It's just a group of hawkish generals showing how tough they are. The generals became more hawkish when they stood too close to the last nuclear test with their pet hawk. Foreign Minister Stephen Smith expressed Australia's absolute condemnation of the test and said if they did it again, there would be further action, like taking North Korea off the ALP's Christmas card list. Racists! We're all racists. Former Telstra boss, Sol Trujillo, has lashed out at Australia, calling us racist and backward. Racist and backward. At least, I think that's what he said. I couldn't tell with that outrageous accent. What? So? Clearly, the hot Australian sun has gone to his head. He should have worn his sombrero. Yeah. Racist. Oh, what's he so bitter about? It's not as if we tied him to a tree and whacked him like a piñata. Of course, if we did, all our money would fall out. Racist. Sol was slammed for his public outburst. But the fact is, he did try to raise his concerns privately with Telstra. He gave up after 45 minutes listening to I am, you are... We are Australian. Sol might have a point. Telstra performed abysmally during his reign, yet we paid him $31 million. That's not backward, that's retarded. There. But making the odd reference to Sol's Hispanic background is all we had. If we referred to him as delusional, arrogant, greedy, our racist backward laws would allow him to sue. Still, Australia racist. What a crass generalisation. Australia is so much more. We're also homophobic, sexist, and anti-intellectual. So get it right, you potato-faced, taco-sucking, siesta-loving poof. And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week. Someone dropped the bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, direct from the Network 10 quarantine bunker, the enemy of pigs everywhere, Mikey Robbins. Fresh from the Melbourne International Comedy Festival Roadshow, the evil girl next door, Kitty Flanagan. And the album is The Way the World Looks. The new single is Fearless, and the tour starts on Friday. The idol of millions, where's Carr? And they're licking their lips at the sight of the sweet treat, Claire Hooper. Making a triumphant return to the Opera House with his smash hit show, Willosophy, the maestro, Will Anderson. And,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119,
And she was the first winner of American Idol. She's got a new album called All I Ever Wanted. And she's one of the great voices in pop music, Kelly Clarkson. They love you, they love you.
Okay.
When did you get into town?
Yesterday.
Oh,
Yesterday.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did you come from America?
No, we came from Hong Kong. We're doing like we're going from continent to continent.
So that's good, because otherwise we'd have to have you locked in a hotel for a week.
Yeah. And I get to talk about myself, yes.
You get stuck by yourself?
No, I get to talk about myself in interviews all day long. So.
Oh, is that right? So you're bored with that?
Well, it's not. Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm nervous. Okay.
It's okay, you're on my team, and in this country I have a really good reputation of being nice to people who've been on Idol.
Okay.
We'll take care of you. And Will, your show starts?
On Thursday the 11th at the Opera House. I just got back from New Zealand doing it, and bit of a tip for anyone travelling to New Zealand. On the form where it says reason for visit to New Zealand, don't write, as I thought would be hilarious to write, to throw my ring into the fires of Mordor. They've heard it before. They don't think it's hilarious, apparently. The guy actually said to me, like, I got a customs guy who was lippy. He's like, "Oh, it's your first time in New Zealand, is it?" And I said, "Yeah, but I live at Bondi, so I'm, used to be surrounded by New Zealanders. I've just come here to meet one who's got a job."
And Wes?
Hi.
You been to New Zealand? Planning
No.
a tour there anytime soon?
No, not to New Zealand yet, but I'm touring soon.
Right.
At 5th of June in Adelaide at Her Majesty's Theatre, and then Perth the next night.
Have you been drinking?
No. I feel like I have been drinking. I feel like I have, but I haven't.
Good. Okay. And
Maybe.
Kitty?
The last time I had one or two. Limoncellos.
He smells lemony fresh.
Yeah. Don't drink limoncello at home, kids. It's ruins your life.
No, kids.
Look at me. Look at me.
Go to a pub to drink it.
And Kitty, you're currently touring around the country with the Roadshow.
I'm on tour with a whole bunch of 26-year-old boys.
Yes.
So, I feel like Gretel Colleen.
There's a Cronulla Sharks joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going. But I'm not doing it.
Shall we get the madness started then? What's the story is the story. Mikey, Kitty, Wes, you're off.
Right, yeah. That'll be a servo.
See a few of those?
Oh, that's a man with two heads.
He's handsome.
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Jowls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. What's it all about?
Good images.
Yeah, great images, aren't they? Strong.
Madness.
This is from the country that Will Anderson's soon to be ambassador to. It's the Kiwi story. The New Zealand story.
Yes, I know. This is about the people that got 10 million New Zealand dollars, which is about 14 US bucks.
Nice.
Yeah, and they applied for, I think, a $10,000 overdraft to keep their struggling service station going, and got sent 10 million, and they managed to skip the country with, what, about 6 million of it? But everyone says they're like the modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, but Bonnie and Clyde never put themselves on Facebook.
I want to confess now on national television, I actually did this when I was 19 and worked at the ANZ Bank.
Oh.
I put $6 million into the wrong account. And this girl who did it with the $10 million, she got a letter saying, "Don't do that again." I'll tell you what I got torn a new one, I got sacked on the spot, and then I got told to ring the people personally and go, "Yeah, I'm really sorry about that." Because that's what you want to hear from a 19-year-old, isn't it? When you've just been humiliated on a property deal, you want to hear a 19-year-old going, "Yeah, sorry, I was just like a bit wasted." "Oh, I just didn't know what I was doing, sorry."
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen, 10 points. That's how easy it is. After a teller put a decimal point in the wrong place and the bank deposited $10 million into their account, Leo Gao and Carr Hurring decided to leave their failing Rotorua petrol station and become international fugitives instead. It's the feel-good story of the year. Stealing from a bank, it's like taking money from the mafia. A Westpac spokesman said they were doing all they could to recover the funds. 5 million customers will now be hit with a $2 incompetent teller's fee. Plus, they hired a private investigator to pursue the missing money. Unfortunately, they put the decimal point in the wrong place on his cheque, and he's now believed to be in Hong Kong too. The teller who made the error said she doesn't know how it could have happened. After all, she's had over 3,000 years of banking experience. Yeah, that's funny. Claire, Will, Kelly, this is your mission.
A brick wall. Excellent clue.
They're conditioning this.
Oh,
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yep.
And
Marsali.
Are they making a sequel to The 40-Year-Old Virgin? Kelly, you got any idea about this Star Trek story here?
Do you know? I just want to know how 40-year-old virgin came from. Okay, no, I don't. I didn't know.
Kelly, just look immediately to your right. That's a 40-year-old virgin.
I don't.
Do you remember you were in that film? That's when I knew you were big time, when Steve Carell said your name is a swear word. When he went, Kelly Clarkson!
I know, which is kind of painful that when someone's in pain, they think of you. I don't think that's very good.
He was asked about that. He couldn't figure out why he said your name, but he really
He
screamed
was in,
it.
like, I mean, imagine getting, you know, hot wax and ripping.
I don't
and
have to imagine.
Then you're not a virgin.
Kelly Clarkson!
See, I reckon Paul's called out your name somewhere else.
This might be this guy from the UK who has renovated his house to be exactly like the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek, which is what you saw. That's the inside of his flat. And ladies, he's single. Apparently, he got divorced from his wife, and he decided he needed a hobby. And obviously he wanted a hobby that would guarantee he'd never get another divorce. And so he's turned his entire house into the Star Trek Enterprise.
yeah, try.
Yeah.
I think he's my hero. I think it's the most wonderful thing ever, and it's not false advertising. Because if you got divorced and he got the shag pile rug and he turned it into a full-on ladies' pad, then that might be a bit pathetic. But he's basically going, if anybody ever goes over, he's going, this is what you get. I think it's really honest and brilliant. Are you a
sad.
Trekkie? Yeah. Hang on a minute. No. You say
No,
it's sad, but
I am a Trekkie, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like meet people at the door like this.
I believe his motto is to live long and masturbate alone.
I don't have it.
I just like the idea that he really loves Star Trek and he turns his house into a tribute to Star Trek and it gets on the news and everyone's really happy for him.
Yeah.
And yet Joseph Fritzl watches Silence of the Lambs.
I am so buying you a beer after the show.
In the UK, completely normal Star Trek fan Tony Aline has decorated his entire flat to resemble a set from the show. Space, a bed set in Hinckley. These are the completely stationary voyages of the Starship Dickhead. There's no fridge or oven, but it can tell with pinpoint accuracy the flat's speed and what planet it's currently orbiting. The doors don't open automatically, but they do make an authentic whooshing noise as long as Tony is hiding behind them. Even more disturbing is the Scottish maintenance guy he's got locked in the basement. The renovation started as a form
It
of
can't
therapy.
go any faster, Jim. It's only a bed sit.
The renovation started as a form of therapy after Tony's wife left him because in the bedroom he always wanted to boldly go. To boldly go where no man had gone before.
I tried that. I had problems with the Klingons.
So after one engaging round of Good News Week, the Robins team are on 10 points, the Hooper team 10 points. Coming up, Warren.
It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
During the break, as we taunted Trujillo a second time, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, Flanagan and Carr have an airbag.
And we should say a big thank you to MacGyver working in the props department.
We also have car horns.
Oh, wait, there's another one.
If Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was a game show.
I'd really like for Kitty to be a porn star just so her name could be Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
And finally, if it could get any better, this.
I get up and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around, and I know, Kitty, just how you feel. Yeah. Got to roll with the punches to get what is real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against a record machine. So I took you on to see. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Oh, come on as well, jump. Go ahead and jump. All right.
And Hooper, Anderson and Clarkson got a condom stuffed with walnuts.
I just want to make a little public service announcement. Men, be very careful of women who open their nuts this way.
I've got to be honest with you, I didn't know you were meant to put your nuts in the condom.
And a sample.
It's gross.
It's not really a sample. Is it really a sample? Might be a sample.
Oh, too much asparagus. That's
Yes. Looks a bit like limoncello.
And now, this, ladies and gentlemen.
I wanna run to you, ooh. But if I come to you, ooh, tell me, will you stay or will you run away?
You'll get more of this classy entertainment at the end of the show. Right now, the game called Warren. 3 headlines about the same subject, but their identity has been technologically concealed by the name Warren.
Oh,
Kitty,
piss week.
for you. Kitty, for you we have Warren's nest egg.
Right.
Warren gets squiggled. And hey, Warren, you're just a puppet.
I know the middle one.
Yeah.
Does that mean I know all of them?
I suspect so.
Are they 3 different ones or are they
No, they're
one?
the same.
It's one
Has
Warren.
someone explained the game?
You've never
to you?
watched the show, have you?
No, I've never seen... I know the middle one.
Yes?
And I know a lot about the middle one.
Okay, do you want to talk about that? perhaps?
Okay, it was the Prime Minister, and someone called him Mr. Squiggle in Parliament, which just... Is that right so far?
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I've got heaps more. And they called him Mr. Squiggle, and that just, to me, demonstrates how lame Australian Parliament is. I mean, Mr. Sheen I would have gone with, but Mr. Squiggle, he doesn't look anything like. But apparently it was something to do with, I think he was bringing in, they kept saying he was bringing in silly props, is what they said. Silly props. And you know what the silly props were? It was just a chart, a Venn diagram. Silly. That's not silly, that's boring, but it's not silly. Now, if he'd gone in there with a rubber chicken and a plastic dog poo, that's silly props, people. Like, that's what I want to say.
Actually, dare I say, if we want to talk silly props...
Anyway, I think it's the Prime Minister.
Shall we have a look?
But I don't know what the top one is.
Prime Minister! It is the Prime Minister. Liberal frontbencher Chris Pyne was disciplined by the Speaker and forced to withdraw this week after calling Kevin Rudd Mr Squiggle. And it does make a nice change from Mr Sheen. Look, Miss Julia, it's a deficit this way, but if you turn it upside down, it's a surplus. Of course, if Pyne had really wanted Rudd to answer the question, he should have just said, hurry up. Hurry up. That doesn't make any sense to you at all, does it? You're completely lost on our references to Australian
funny.
children television from the 60s.
I'd be lost of American 60s television, sir.
Yes. She's much younger than us.
Really? Oh.
I want to go on her 26-year-old boy tour.
You know, it's not actually called that for anyone looking for the tour in the paper. It's not actually called that if you're looking at it.
I think if you really want to go on that tour, we could actually arrange it right now.
And we could do it. We could actually do it similar to Idol, where we get a whole bunch of boys, and each week they have to perform, and then you vote them out.
Will, a little Warren for you. Slump drives people to credit Warren. Workers who lose jobs in recession to be offered free Warren.
Oh, yeah?
Taxpayer-funded Warren for Australian MPs.
Okay, Will, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Just not three different ones.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Is hand job one word or two? Because a taxpayer-funded hand job for Australian MPs, we'd be happy with that. Stimulate their package. Workers who lose jobs in recession to be offered free hand jobs. I mean, that I've got to be honest with you, some sort of jerk for the dole scheme, I imagine.
Create more jobs.
Oh, please, God, we have a guest from another country.
Do you have hand jobs in America? Claire,
Yes.
and I think, Kelly, would it be counselling? Do you think it slump drives people to credit counselling? Taxpayer-funded counselling
Yeah,
for
there
Australian
definitely
MPs?
is. Yeah.
And workers who lose jobs in recession to be offered free counselling. I've got to be honest with you, given the choice, I'd prefer the hand job. But particularly if I'm going to pay $120 an hour and lay down on a couch anyway.
You know what, though?
And Will, what would you do with the spare 58 minutes?
Weep like a child. Shall we see if Will is right? No. It is counselling. In these grim economic times, no one is feeling the pressure more than our marvellous politicians. So all 226 federal MPs now have access to psychological counselling, courtesy of us, the taxpayers. The free counselling started the day before the budget stripped health and family benefits from everyone else. According to psychologists, it helps people experiencing stress, anxiety, interpersonal conflict, depression, panic attacks and financial problems. So that's Wayne Swan covered. Of course, Kevin Rudd doesn't need therapy. When he's feeling down, he gets Peter Garrett to dance for him and Swanee to stand nearby so he can use his nuts like a stress ball. Over there now, 25 points over there, 25 points after the break. Drop your pants! Let's go. Time to venture back into the soundproof booth. Where's Carr? You and your pants? Yeah, took the long way round. Didn't want to walk next to me down the front.
No.
I want to see that long, luxurious hair blowing everywhere.
Decorate.
And what letter have you plucked out of the air?
F.
It's the letter F. All the answers you need start with that letter. Are you ready?
Yes, I am, I think.
All right.
I think
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yep.
Are you still talking? Oh, it's nice. Isn't it? I can feel the warmth of your palm through
There's sexual energy all the time.
I feel it as well.
It's kind of lucky he's wearing full body protection.
You ready for the questions?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Okay. Which American singer recently admitted to experimenting with women?
Fergie, I think, was
Yes! Right. Experimenting with women. That sounds a bit sort
great.
of Dr. Evil, doesn't it?
it? Perfect.
What
well
comes
done,
after
Fergie.
me?
Well done. Sorry?
What comes after me?
After you?
Yeah, what comes after me? After me?
Oh,
Me.
far.
Thank you. Yeah,
I feel like I'm back at school. This is great.
How many years did you go to Knox?
No comment.
What do you like to do when you're alone?
Fondle my head. Look, there's no secret here. Everybody does it. I know Paul does it.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, here we go.
I don't even have to be alone.
When you finish fondling, does occasionally Mark Holden just run in and go touchdown?
Yeah, but I prefer Dicko. So, I love Dicko's better.
The song If I Was a Rich Man comes from which musical?
That'd be Fondler on the Roof. Fiddler on the Roof. Woo! Yeah! Party time, shot glass.
Can you tap dance?
Yeah, I can do a
everything
time
else.
step.
Oh, I like it. Oh, this is...
Hey, Bill. Hey, Ted. I think this thing's...
What do you say to groupies?
Finally!
Get out of the booth! Where's Carr, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, lovely. Kelly Clarkson, we want to blow up your pants.
A bit nervous now.
Don't be nervous, you'll be fine.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Go, Kelly.
Your first time as well in a
In a bubble? Yeah.
in a bubble?
Yeah.
In a bubble. Ah, interesting
Well-
bubbles you have on your planet. Gorgeous. Shall we start it up? You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Scary in there, isn't it?
I got it.
One bitch on the head. Yes, stop it. The letter S.
Yes.
I think you know the drill, but all your answers
I
must...
didn't know, like, any of his. I'm not going to know any of his.
Any of his what?
I
You
didn't know any of his, like, whenever he was doing his. Can you hear me?
What?
Hello!
It's a soundproof booth. Any of his what? His answers?
Ah, never mind.
Oh, she turns, doesn't she? Lovely for dinner. Ah, never mind.
I'm so nervous.
I've never had you in there before. And I feel like keeping you in there for a bit longer.
I know, I'm getting more nervous.
Okay, we'll start.
Okay.
Start, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who did Olivia Newton-John play in Grease?
Sandy D. I prefer Rizzo, but whatever. She was the better character. You
Yeah.
can't hear me, can you?
Yeah, I can't hear you. I pretend I can hear you, but I can't hear a damn thing.
I'm so gonna punch you.
What was it like selling vacuum cleaners door to door?
Shitty.
Did you ever break into song doing it? Did you ever...
No.
Hey.
No, I suck. I'm really good at the S word.
If only the vacuum cleaners had. What makes your blood boil?
shitty people. Wait, can I say shitty twice?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Say it
shitty
3
people.
times, it makes it funnier.
Shitty people.
One word to describe Simon Cowell.
Okay.
I think you've used up your shitties.
Yes. I don't know. He was always nice to me. He was sweet to me. Sweet! S. That's it. I bet you can't wait to have me back.
I don't want you to leave.
What is most important to you?
It's
hard beginning with S, isn't it? Because it means there's a lot of things with other letters that probably would be more important to you.
I know,
but this
wait,
one has to begin with S.
S, like
so what's the
things-
most important thing beginning with S that is important?
Soup.
Soup.
No, I don't know.
Hey, what do you do for a living, Caitlin?
Singing, sing. In my defense, I was trying to think of something that. I hate this thing.
It's limiting, isn't it? It's difficult.
No.
Great, this game will.
Which competitor in Britain's Got Talent is in trouble
no.
for allegedly becoming a bit of a diva?
Susan Boyle?
That's it!
I totally suck at that.
Oh, you're great. Oh, it was wonderful. That was a highlight. Did you see where's Carr
I
in there?
couldn't think of singing. Really?
Yes, I'm sure you all know this one. Britain's Got Talent star Susan Boyle has stunned fans with 2 4-letter word outbursts in one day. Ooh. Witnesses claimed she yelled, F off! But it was a very high F with amazing sustained clarity and vibrato. Susan Boyle, or as I prefer to call her, Amy Winehouse of the future. Anyway, Susan's fans are worried things could turn ugly. But I'm afraid it's too late for that. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Boo! Boo! Them now on 45 points. Them on 45 points. Coming up, Hotspot. Before the show, we asked the studio audience to write down some questions about the news of the week. Our teams now have to deal with those questions on the vicious circle we call the Hot Spot.
Can I just point out, you've just applauded a round circle of Lemonix.
What would you do if a bank accidentally gave you millions of dollars? Do I have to say it again? What would you do if a bank accidentally... Oh, big talking about the spot, but now nothing.
Buy a better spot.
It'd be a great month for strippers.
Shots! I tell you what, if you two fellas got together, that could be a party. If you could launch a ballistic missile, what would your target be?
I wouldn't be too aggressive with it. It would just be a really small ballistic missile, and I would just aim for Carl Stepanobin. But I would leave Lisa. I would leave Lisa alone.
John Farnham, you said it was the last time, bitch.
Sol Trujillo thinks we're mean. Can you say something nice about him?
Where's Sully? It's yours, I'm sorry.
Best thing to come out of Mexico since swine flu.
Hola, queremos montar caballeros. Queremos montar. To just qualify, I'm not sure if that means I would like to ride some horses or I would like to ride some gentlemen. One or the other. One or the other.
What does it take to win Idol?
Oh, I'll get this one. Oh.
Oh my God, you go.
I took my baby on a Saturday bang. Boy, is that girl with you, we're one and the same. Now I believe in miracles, come on. Miracles happen tonight. Ain't nothing, my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. All right.
No concept of shame.
Shot!
Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah.
I wouldn't go on against him because that was really good. So, I'm not funny.
Don't worry, no one else has been funny so far either.
Turd.
How can the guy with the Star Trek flat get laid?
I'm guessing a $10 million bank error.
Go on, Kel, have a crack.
How can he? What was the question?
Okay, I'll explain.
How can the guy...
I got it.
Wow! That is the biggest rejection I've ever had.
We've got to get
That's
out
how
more,
I
Mikey.
won. No, what was it?
How can the guy with the Star Trek flat get laid?
Hand jobs, not counseling. That was funny.
Can I just point out that by tomorrow that will be my new ringtone?
If you were giving a massive Star Trek fan a hand job, would you do it like this?
Live long and Wait.
I'm in so much trouble.
Sorry about this, Kel.
I'm in so much trouble.
How can politicians relieve stress?
Kelly? Oh, God.
What's the theme song of your life?
Your life?
Your life.
Dude looks like a lady.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
How can we make our schools safer? Hey, Kel, you want to crack at it?
Oh, my God.
You want to crack at it, Kel?
No, why pick on him?
I don't know.
Hey, Wes, want to crack at it? Two idols on the spot together. Come on, get out there, come on.
God,
I think I'm gonna be sad. Can we do it sing along? No. Make school safer. Don't
Yeah.
put two idols on a round.
in front of comedians. I mean,
Well,
this is pressure.
I'm sorry, but neither of you are going to Sydney.
if you could travel back in time, what would you tell your 13-year-old self?
And I'm going to do it for you. Uncle Will says try it like this.
It's okay, they're lying, you won't go blind.
I'm afraid that's it. There's no use hoping. That's as big as they get.
That's it, there's no use hoping.
What's a surefire way to tell if someone is attracted to you?
See, all my answers are dirty, and I can't say them.
Go on, say something dirty.
Okay. Hey, you wanna? This is surefire way.
I just heard the sound of Kelly Clarkson's entourage start cars.
They're out of there. What's wrong with the kids these days? Nothing, it seems. Hold on.
They don't have enough consonants. And I think if we could just have a whip round, then we could get the young girls talking, probably, and start talking, understand about sounds like that, it's really annoying.
Get off of YouTube, get your hand off of it, and fucking go and play some ball for a change.
Geez, you sound exactly like my wife.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please thank them all? Strange but True is next.
It's good news week.
Time to decode those strange but true clues. Mikey, Kitty, Wes, you had... the airbag. Oh! We also have the horns.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
And finally, this.
I get up and nothing gets me down. Woo. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest get around. Hey, and I know, baby, just how you feel. You've got to roll with the punches to get what is real. Can't you see I'm standing there? I got my back against a record machine. They're gonna see what I mean. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Yeah. Might as well jump up. Might as well jump. Come on. You might as well jump. Jump. You might as well jump. Jump. Hey.
Lovely. Gorgeous.
That is so cool. It's like Jesus is back and he plays guitar.
He's brought the tiny star of Bethlehem with him. Hello, Jesus. Hello, Mary.
I forgot we had to guess.
Yeah,
I was just enjoying the song.
If I can take my wacky airbag hat off for a second, I think this is a Chinese story.
It's the Chinese man who was going to kill himself by jumping off a bridge, and he was sitting there and he was going, "Oh, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself," and the traffic was banking up.
Yeah.
Traffic. Yeah, but in Chinese. That's not racist. That really means get away in Chinese.
We have really proved Sol wrong tonight, haven't we?
And what happened was he was sitting there and he was going, "Oh," and then this man from out of the crowd came running through and he just came up
To help him.
and shoved him off. And said, "If you're going to do it, do it." And just gave him a shove. But he did, unfortunately, I mean, very fortunately, land on an airbag that they had put there for him.
It's what I believe is called fully assisted suicide.
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me set the scene. Mr. Chen has been standing on a bridge in China for 5 hours, holding up traffic while he threatens to jump. Mr. Lei, angry at being forced to wait, breaks through the police cordon, reaches out as if to shake Mr. Chen's hand, then shoves him off. Fortunately for Mr. Chen, he landed on an emergency airbag, and Mr. Lei was apprehended before he could go down there and finish him off. Unfortunately, the airbag was only partly inflated and made a loud, farting noise. So humiliating, Mr. Cheng wanted to kill himself. Mr. Cheng was then taken to hospital with minor injuries. Mr. Lay was arrested, which was a bit of a shock for the rest of the crowd, who thought he was a narky angel, grumpily walking the earth and performing random acts of impatience. Claire Will Kelly, you had the condom.
What do you call that? A rugby league team?
We also have...
This is actually, I believe, Amy Winehouse's urine sample. So... I love... In this country, Kelly, people have this misguided idea that there's some sort of legal requirement that if you're drinking something and someone yells skull, you just have to skull it. Like, it's not actually a law, but...
And an extra 20 points for you.
I actually think that was Amy Winehouse's urine.
Yeah, actually, Will, you are not looking so good, mate.
Wow, you're really pink, Paul.
And finally, we have this.
I wanna run to you. Ooh, I wanna run to you. Ooh, won't you hold me in your arms and keep me safe from harm? I wanna run to you. Or will you run away?
Gorgeous.
I feel super cheesy. I'm like the cheesy ballad girl in the middle of the fun show.
So, Kelly, do you know what the story is?
I have no idea. Hopefully you'll help out in that area too. So.
A whole bunch of Belgian bodybuilders were getting tested, like dope tested too much. So they took their competition across the border to where? To Sweden or something? But the doping officials all turned up and they all just like fled. They just dropped everything and they all ran out the doors, which was fun because they all went for the same doorway, so they were caught.
This is true. They were having a bodybuilding competition. The drug test had turned up, so they just thought, hey, here's the solution. We'll all just run away. Nothing sus about that. And the great thing is, if you've seen bodybuilders, like, it's really funny when they run because they have to run. But I love the idea that somehow they're drug testing bodybuilding. Like, how did we think people look like that in body? Like, that's not natural. It's not like you can just go.
Surprise.
You know, those people have muscles on their muscles. They are ribbed for her pleasure.
Girls do not find that attractive.
Do girls not find that attractive?
No, this...
What do you find attractive,
No.
Kelly?
Well, I'm just kidding.
Hey!
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just mean that's not attractive.
Yeah, so what is attractive?
We think they would have been smarter. Okay. You think they would have been smarter about hiding the whole sample or fixing it or something? Yeah.
No, but seriously, what do you find attractive?
Am I red?
Yeah!
Oh my God, are we still focusing? Can we focus?
Do people think it's a bad thing in organised sport for people to take drugs? Don't we want our athletes to do the best job they can? Because everyone's always like, oh, blah, 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 I want to give 110%. Well, that extra 10% is drugs. I want to see it. I mean, yes, it takes dedication to train hard and, work hard and eat the right things. But to take drugs and cheat, that takes balls,
It does take balls.
You know? If an athlete is willing to take steroids to the point where his penis looks like that, I say he deserves every gold medal he gets. And And nothing to hang it on.
Yes, the Belgian bodybuilding championships have been rocked by controversy. Oh no, not again. When doping officials showed up at the most recent event, every single competitor grabbed their gear and headed out the door. Witnesses said it was like watching 20 suntan Zeppelins in Speedos. I want you to have that image. Forcing their way through a letterbox. Thankfully, they were well oiled, so they popped out the other side one by one. Pop, 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 pop. Last year, 75% of Belgian bodybuilders were either caught using drugs or refused to be tested. One competitor turned out to be negative for steroids, but positive for being 3 muscly midgets gaffer taped together.
That is exactly what I saw when I drank this.
But even though they ran away this year, officials will still be able to identify at least one of the men. As he fled down the steps, he slipped and left behind a single glass testicle. And when they find the scrotum into which that testicle fits, he shall live happily ever after. Bodybuilders are just ordinary fellas. They're ordinary guys who wonder what they'd look like inside out. And what they look like is those burnt snags you get at a second-rate sausage sizzle. Then these fellas oil themselves all over to show you what would happen if Madonna ever mated with a seal. So...
And who's to say it won't happen?
Good point. Stay tuned. Royd Rage's Fast Money is next. Here we go, the game that doesn't add up, Kevin Rudd's Fast Money. In Nottingham, a 42-year-old man is in trouble after he tried to hire a prostitute as a present for his 14-year-old son. What went wrong?
Nothing, really. He didn't have enough money to pay her.
He didn't pay it.
Undercover cop.
Thank you very much. They do have it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's perfect.
Starts looking impressive. They went cruising for the girl. The son picked up an undercover police officer.
Expensive taste.
In the US, a thief had the last laugh after he tried to rob an internet cafe.
Oh, with his underwear in his head. Oh, you're not done. I'm happy I knew it.
You know, it's never stopped a lady before.
Sorry.
No, it's lovely. In the US, a thief had the last laugh after he tried to rob an internet cafe. You've got lovely eyes. In the US, a thief had the last laugh after he tried to rob an internet cafe with a concealed banana. What did he do?
Whoa, different story. I was like...
Has there been a spate of wacky internet robberies?
No, there was this. I thought you were going to refer to the guy that came in and like robbed a convenience store and he had underwear on his head.
I'm going to.
No, he went to several. It wasn't just one.
Same underwear, or did you change them?
I don't know. Were they Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays? I'm not sure. I don't know the story.
No, you're just so damn cute!
Lovely eyes, a lovely laugh. Oh,
seriously, you're
gorgeous.
delightful. I would have voted for you.
Yeah, I would. I'm going to vote for you now. I'm going to give you another 10 points. Anyone know what happened to the banana?
Oh, who cares?
Oh, good. Before the police arrived, he ate the evidence. OK, I'm going to throw the last one open. In Washington, a man has been accused of lewd behaviour involving a piece of string. What was he doing?
He must have been flossing. What else
Yes,
could
yes,
you
yes.
string?
But not his teeth.
That's
Some sort of adult
what I meant.
puppet show?
Yes.
Was he really?
Exactly. You've got it. Another 2 points to you. What he was doing was standing over an air conditioning unit using his penis as a puppet.
Yes. I'll tell you what, that's how Mr. Squiggle started.
So in the gymnasium tonight, Mikey Robbins, Kitty Flanagan and Wes Carr scored a sweaty 77 points. Pumped by Claire Hooper, Will Anderson and Kelly Clarkson. On 101 points. Yeah. Woo. I just like your little look of sadness when
What?
every
What?
week you've been losing. I like it. I like it.
Well, because she's cute and he drank piss.
That is a perfect night out for me. 10.com.au/GNW is the place if you want to see the podcast, go behind the scenes, or donate to our charity drive, Clean We for Belgium.